it is on free-to-air back home as well, which I think is also awesome. So many people can stay up late, and I know there's a lot of people that back home that are spending some late hours, and I think Monday might be a public holiday back home because most of New Zealand will be up watching the game, I'd imagine. But we really appreciate the support we get from back home. It's get a lot of messages here, and look, we're just really excited about what's ahead of us and the opportunity that lies.
Guy?
Gary, what's the biggest attribute of this team that you think has got the
there's a lot of positive things, but there's a real fight and steeliness, I think, in the way we've played, and we're really aware that we don't have to play the perfect game, but what we do have to do is we need to be able to adapt to the conditions that's in front of us, and sometimes working out that 240 is a good score is I think a strength of especially the guys in our middle order there, like your Kanes and Ross and Tom Latham, who have a lot of experience, and a lot of talk before this World Cup around 350 sort of scores. Well, we haven't been in any of them, and I think that's one thing that we've actually adapted to really well. So I hope we just keep putting our best foot forward for the final that's coming up. When you strip it all back, it's just another game of cricket, and that's what I guess how we're trying to treat it as well.
You go again, Guy. Follow up.
I'm not sure it changes anything. I mean, it's not really us to say either who's the underdogs or not. It's probably the media and the betting agencies that work those things out. But I mean, from our point of view, when we start the game, we're a 50-50 chance of winning the game, and we just have to be that little bit better than England are on Sunday.
The players who played in the 2015 Cup final spoke specifically about that feature in terms of how to prepare and to go into this lessons learned.
Yeah, there's always indirect conversations going on with different people, but today was an optional training, and although we had most down here, not everyone was down. So tomorrow when we get together, I'm sure we'll have a bit of a discussion around what are the things we learnt from that. I mean, there's many similarities in a lot of ways. We're playing in the home country, I guess, of the nation that's hosting it as well, and there's a lot of, I think, expectation comes with that as well. But we've got, I think, 7 guys who were part of that squad, so we'll certainly lean on their experiences. But again, I just want to stress at the end of the day, if we strip everything back, it's a game of cricket. There'll be a winner at the end of it, and there'll be a loser at the end of it, and you'll have one team that'll be happy, and you'll have one team that'll be disappointed. So we're just trying to keep things as real as we can.
Over here to the far left. Yep.
Coach, could you share your thoughts about the semi-final in Australia and India? The key aspects that you scored over there?
Yeah, I guess when we started the game, we thought it might be a score nearer 300, but we quickly worked out after that maybe 250 was the target that we were happy to get to. And when we got somewhere near there, we always thought that we were in with a chance. I think the opening bowling spell of Matt Henry and Trent Boult was absolutely superb. And look, the Indian bowlers bowled superbly to us up front as well, but we managed to, I guess, take the edges and get some nicks there, which put us on the front foot. And then it became a little bit of a game of war of attrition as well. So never thought we were necessarily going to blast them out right the way through, but hoped that 240 was still far enough away, knowing the way that our guys struggled with the bat to find that freedom, to then be able to take it deep and I guess trust our processes at the back end of the competition of the bowling innings that we had the resources that could, I guess, still fire some shots. But Jadeja and Dhoni, their partnership was outstanding, and it was another good example for me of how our guys stood up under the pressure. And we've had 4 or 5 games this tournament that have all been, I guess, similar, but in different ways.
Alderson?
Gary, how special is it to be back at Lords and perhaps from all your experiences here, I think you might have cleaned a few windows in the pavilion?
In 1990 I was lucky enough to be on the ground staff at Lords here, and You had different duties when you turned up. So one of them was pavilion duty, where you got to clean the windows and take the mail around, and there was selling scorecards and wee bit of scorebox duty as well, which was pretty cool. So look, I mean, it's a great experience, and coming back here at any time. Playing Australia here a week or so ago was also great, but I guess just the extra emphasis of what this is about makes it even more special. And we I guess as a team worked on 3 key goals of the different stages of the tournament, and we've achieved 2 of them. So now we've just got 1 to go.
Colo.
The pressure on England and off you guys this final?
There's pressure on both teams. I mean, it's how you handle that and what's made of it. I guess the exciting thing is neither team's won a World Cup, and both have had some, I guess, finals experience and stuff as well. But you're going to have a different winner than last time. Look, I mean, I think there's pressure on both teams, but being that England and India were the 2 that have been touted as the winners, then maybe there's more pressure on them. I don't know.
Are you better equipped to deal with that?
Possibly. I mean, we've had 6 or 7 guys that were in that experience, and that we've also got 8 or 9 that weren't. So, I mean, until you actually face it, it's hard to know. You can do all the scenario training and everything you want around it, but you can't actually replicate what goes on in big moments like this. And really pleased how we came through the semi-final, and I thought a lot of the characteristics we talk about as within our team came through in that, which was really good.
Set, Roy.
Looking at Martin Guptill's being a wee bit short of runs in the order, if you look at that run out the other day, could that be the kind of situation that pumps his tyres up and unlocks something at the top of the order?
Yeah, absolutely it could. I mean, Martin played beautifully in the nets today, and just trying to get that freedom into him and playing that way. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, there's no promises in cricket. You can change the order, and then the other guy coming in could go and get a first baller as well. That's just the way our game works. But look, I'm still confident that Martin has a lot of, I guess, big match experience under his belt. He scored a lot of hundreds and very big hundreds for New Zealand, and he's done it in England in the past as well. So hopefully he can show what's on offer on Sunday for him.
Dean, let's go to the right.
4 years ago, we were seeing quite a lot of snarl and aggro as Australia coming really took the game into New Zealand. Do you think that maybe tomorrow, Sunday's game might be friendly?
No, I don't think so. I don't expect it to be friendly out there. I mean, any time you go out and face bowlers bowling 140 plus, it's not that friendly. So I don't expect it to be that, but I mean, it's both teams will play the game really hard in the middle and probably have a beer afterwards as well.
You get the point there about just the way in which both New Zealand and England play that cricket. Harry Wilson talked a lot about taking lessons perhaps from Brendan McCullum and how to play the game with a smile on your face and in the right way. You get a sense that you've got 2 teams that really do emphasise that.
Yeah, I think they do, and England have obviously looked at their performances over the last 4 years, and they've become a real force in world cricket as well. And it's I imagine that's why they start the game as favourites.
Cool. Just over here, just behind you. Yep.
We haven't had a lot of chat around it. I mean, we'll talk briefly around the expectations and pressures and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's a game of cricket, and we'll try and just keep it as I guess real as it is, and strip it right back to watching the ball that's coming down or bowling the ball and just playing what's in front of us.
Cool. Nice. We'll go here and then go to Lord.
Yeah, I think in the semi-final versus India, the wicket itself really suited Mitchell Satner and Jadeja and the likes of those guys that could come in and bowl quite fast and into the wicket, and there was enough variation that some went quite big and other ones just skidded on, and that I guess makes the spinners who attack the stumps there a little bit more dangerous. Because some go and some don't. I mean, Mitch's first spell the other day, I think it was 6 overs, 2 for 6 or 7 or something like that. was unbelievable. It was world-class bowling, but it still shows when Jadeja came hard at the end that you've got to be brave to take that on at times. But look, he's a special bowler for us. He's got really good control of line and length, and I think his ability in T20 cricket has helped him in the longer games of 50-over cricket as well, of being able to defend himself when people come after him.
Last couple, Lloyd.
There's been a lot of focus on the success of the team and stuff like that, the guys on the field, but what about you personally getting to this stage in the tournament, sort of stepping out Essend's shadow from the last World Cup? How does this feel for you getting to this stage?
It's great. I mean, it's nice. It's what we're here to do. I mean, ultimately our goal is no different to the players. We want to get as far as we can in the tournament, but our job is just to support the players to get there as best as we can. And for me, I guess the most satisfying thing is when you put plans in place and you also have some contingencies around what might happen as well. And I said right from the very start of the tournament that I didn't believe it would be a 350 tournament right through, because World Cups, there's different pressures, and when you play everyone, it becomes very cutthroat as well. And I think we've adapted well as a team to that. We've won games that we've had to win, and we've won a lot of tight ones, and that's particularly satisfying when you think back to Bangladesh, West Indies, South Africa, India. There's been a number that could have gone either way. Pakistan was one that we lost, that another wicket or two a little bit earlier could have been different as well. And at the end of the day, you want to win a tournament, you need to win some close ones like that. And I guess we've had 5 games now, I think, that could have gone either way, and we've come out right side 80% of the time, which has been really pleasing. We just turn up and try and get better every day. That's all you can ask of everyone, and I don't think we overly focus on the end result. I don't think we get too wrapped up in having to win or having to lose. We're just going out there and playing the best of we can, and understanding that you don't have to play perfect cricket all the time. And I had an analogy given to me the other day that I liked. You can play a par 4 in golf and you can hit it down the middle, and then the second one you hit to the middle of the green and you 2-putt and you get a 4. Or you can hit your driver off the tee and it goes into the rough. You can hit the next one into a bunker on the side. You can flop it onto the thing and sink a 20-foot putt. It's still a 4. So it doesn't really matter how you get there. And I think at times we've shown the ability to do it the second way, and I think that's important.
And finally, Guy.
Gary, Henry Nichols was hamstring. Yesterday, that didn't really run around as such. Is he likely for the final? And if he doesn't play, what kind of confidence do you have in, say, Colin Munro come back from what he's there in the tournament, or if someone else to make?
Yep. Henry Nichols batted for nearly 2 hours in the nets today, had a long bat, and everything came through strongly, which was for good. He'll have a pretty thorough fitness test tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon when we train, and we'll make a call then around his fitness. If he's ruled out, then we've got other guys in the squad that I know will step up and will want to be part of this occasion as well. So we'll just cross that bridge when we get there and see what happens. But at the end of the day, we've got 15 guys here, and 15 guys I know will want to play in the World Cup final. We can only play 11, unfortunately, but that's no different to any other team either.